Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is one of those long videos after a really long time. Today I'm going to do my makeup with only Huda Beauty products, maybe a touch of some other products if I don't have it. Huda has gone through this complete transformation. She's changed the logo. There's so many new products out there in the market right now. But I was kind of missing the old Huda, and I had a whole bunch of products that I hadn't even touched and ones that I love that I really wanted to make a video about because it is one of my favorite brands and I haven't done a one brand Huda Beauty video. And this is the look that I wanted to kind of recreate. It isn't really exactly the same, but it is kind of the same tones. I'm going to do this video with the help of Huda. So what that means is I've taken a lot of videos of Huda explaining how she does her makeup, and I'm going to follow it with Huda Beauty products. So if you guys are interested in recreating this look, follow along.
I could be anywhere, doing anything, seeing anyone, but why are you in my head? Now I second guess every second thought.
Okay, so let's get into the video. I've just put moisturizer and now I am going to start. So I'm going to dig into my big bag of Huda products and gotta start where you have to always start, with primer. But before that, I'm going to put my hair back like how Huda does it. So Huda makeup as taught by Huda. So I'm going to start with primer for my lips and for my cheeks. So I'm going to start with the Huda Beauty Silk Balm in the shade Blush. I have been waiting to try this.
Where the setup is for how your name gets involved.
And no Huda look is complete without yummy pretty pouty lips. Okay, this is so pretty. I can't believe I waited to try this. I'm going to use this like all the time now. And then for the face, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Water Jelly. So I'm just going to go ham with this and just put it all over my face where I need priming. And yeah, she uses a brush. I'm going to use a brush like this and just spread it out. Okay, so after that, Huda likes to start with brows, and she has a very nice, interesting product called
Full and Fluffy Brow Fiber Gel.
This is the shade Black Brown. It's number 7. It has microfibers that fill in the sparse area of your brows. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out. This is what it looks like. I'm going to take a tiny mirror and look in. And what I saw in her video was she just brushed it out. She also made a dot and followed the line. But since I just want my brows to look fuller and I don't necessarily need to change the shape too much, I'm just going to use this brush with its fibers. And now what I've seen her do is she takes an artist paintbrushes, like the normal cheapy ones. I got this on Amazon. So she uses these brushes to put concealer around her eyebrows. I think I'm going to take the smallest one that looks like this. And now I'm going to bring in the topic of foundations and concealer. And one of the main reasons why I went on this crazy Huda Beauty haul is usually you don't get to meet discounts when it comes to Huda, but there were a lot of freebies that I really wanted to try, especially because if I'm going to buy a foundation that's so expensive, I need to test out the colors myself. So I got all of these when I went shopping and went crazy. And in one set I have concealers, and another I have foundations. In the concealers I have coconut flakes, granola, and butterscotch, which is great because I think butterscotch would be a nice contour for me and granola would be a really nice concealer for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the granola color. It comes like this. It's really nice for testing out stuff. And I'm going to go in with this color. I finally get to open this. And I'm going to take the slightest amount and I'm going to set my brows with it. Gotta do it the Huda way. So I've taken a little bit, it's so little, and I'm just cleaning up underneath. Actually, this eyebrow, you can see I've messed up more. So I think it'd be good to start with this eyebrow. And I'm just gonna place concealer there.
And you can see immediately kind of gives me a little bit of a lift. And literally you could do this and almost be done for your look, because like clean brows to me are everything.
I get why she uses these brushes because they're so sharp. Makeup brushes, for some reason, just don't do it. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side.
I've been everywhere, doing everything.
And just blend it out. I have a little redness here, so this works out well. And I'm just blending it out.
Seeing everyone stay stuck in my head.
This is like a total pro makeup artist tip. Eyebrows are done. So now I'm going to go in with the face. And since I showed you all those foundations, so what is really nice about Huda Beauty's website is she has this amazing chart of all the products. It's called your Ultimate Huda Beauty Complexion Shade Guide. It has your 4-filter luminous matte foundation and skin finish stick foundation, all the shades, and then the concealer that would match with it to brighten and to conceal, and what powder would work for you to bake, and what glowish multi-dew skin tint and luminous pressed powder would work for you. So looking at the chart, I think I'm somewhere around 400 and somewhere around macchiato, maybe a little darker. So I could go to biscotti, and I think I'm in roughly in that range. But if it's warmer, probably I could go to brown sugar and churro. But before all of that, I am going to color correct. Huda Beauty has one of the best color correctors in the market, because normally when you look for color correctors, you get like a dark red, or you get like a peach, or like a very bright orange. But most of us, especially with Indian skin tones, this shade of mango is really, really good. I swear by this product. And I kind of like wanted to take a break from it just purely to make this video and just fall back in love with it. And it was very hard without this. So it has the same consistency as the concealers, and you can see that the concealers have such a nice consistency and coverage. So I'm going to show you how I use this. Now you could go straight in, but you really don't have to. It has a nice doe foot applicator. I'm going to put some on my hand. And this is the perfect color corrector shade for me, which is difficult to find. And I'm going to take a flat brush like this, go in and just put it wherever I think I need it. So I tend to need it here, and you can see the difference almost immediately because the color isn't a very sharp orange, so you don't have to use a lot of concealer and product to kind of cover that, which ends up just making your makeup cakey. I also have darkness around my mouth, which color corrector just expertly covers up. I mean, I can't believe I took a break from this product. This is like the prettiest and best product for color correcting. Go Huda!
Do I gotta do to get over you? 'Cause I'm not over you. Is it stupid to say?
I'm just color correcting wherever I feel I need to. So you can see that it's like a subtle orangish peachish color, and then I can go into the foundation and there's no gray tone and it just sits wonderfully. So going into the foundations, I really hope these colors work, and the colors I have are for light shortbread, light medium latte, medium shortcake, and tan I have churro 415. And since it's summer, I do think churro would work for me. And as you can see from this Ultimate Huda Beauty Complexion Guide, I made a grid from the website. You can see the color churro and caramel corn and praline would work for it, and blondie. But I really like granola as a brightening shade. So kind of mixing a granola from macchiato, but using churro as the base. So I have churro here. I am going to open it out, and I have my lovely palette here. I am going to take my palette knife and just scrape this color from this and put it onto the palette. Then I'm going to put it on my skin with the palette knife.
I'd rather be with you.
take a foundation brush and blend it out.
On the skin. Look at my face. Like, this is incredible. You can see this like more radiant kind of finish, but it's also completely covered everything.
So you can see how seamlessly it's covered up the color corrector, because I just needed the slightest amount. Now I'm going to go in for concealer. I'm going to take a concealer brush and go into that shade of granola, and I'm just going to go in how Huda likes to do it. I'm going to put a lot of, she likes to put
This is my favorite concealer. This is our faux filter. I love it. I love it. I'm just applying a little bit there, a little bit here, and between the brows. There we go. I'm gonna go in with an eyeshadow brush and I'm going to blend this in now.
If I could turn back time and change my mind and do it all so
I'm going to take a beauty blender and blend a little more.
differently, I would.
If you want more high coverage, you can use a brush, but I like to make the coverage settle down a little bit. I have taken a lot of concealer, but that's because I haven't really put that much foundation.
Oh, 'cause everything means nothing if I let you go. You know I'd rather be.
Pretty snatched. Now I'm going to go in for blush, and I'm using the Huda Beauty lip blush. Now I don't know if this is for the lips or the cheeks, but I kind of want to use it for both. It looks like this. Berry Kiss. And since we're doing this makeup look, I thought like that would be a nice touch. I'm going to put a little on my lips, because I feel like putting a stain on your lips just gives it such a nice touch. And even if everything else rubs off, you have a nice touch of this. Now I'm going to put this starting from outer in, and I like to put a little on my nose. And I'm going to use the brush I used for the primer and just blend it out. Can you see that nice touch it's adding? Just a subtle. And the same thing goes for the lips and the cheeks. I feel like blush also kind of fades, so putting a tint on the cheeks and on the lips kind of makes it like last. Ooh, that is so pretty. Ooh, I kind of love it. I just kind of go ham with blush though. I'm just such a blush fan, and I just like the color of this. It's a very nice, interesting blush color. Now for eyes, I have videos of Huda using her Empowered palette. It's supposed to be one of her favorite palettes.
Some of my favorite shades are these three mattes. I use these on a daily basis and I can create so many beautiful natural daytime looks with them.
And I have a mini version with the same nude colors that she uses. So I'm going to pretty much do the same thing that she does in that video. I love Huda eyeshadows. They're like the best. You have the big sizes, the Rose Gold Remastered Classic. And this nude is just perfect. It has all everyday colors and things to make lovely looks. So I'm going to use these brown colors, like these matte brown colors, and recreate what she's done. Taking a fluffy brush like this, I'm going to take the lightest brown,
my favorite shades in the entire world,
and put that in my crease and do windshield wiper motions. Do the same thing on both sides. Since this is a day look, you don't want to do too much. I mean, I guess this is a lot anyway. And then I'm taking the slightly darker brown shade, this one, and I'm going into the outer corner just to deepen it up. And then whatever excess is there, putting that in to the lid and into the crease. She goes in with a black kajal like consistency. I have another one of their amazing products which got like a kajal on one side and liquid liner on the other. I'm going to take the kajal side, which is the pencil side, and just draw a wing. How Huda likes to, it's not a Huda look without a wing. So she likes to look straight into the mirror, and then following the bottom lash line, she likes to make her wing.
Just gonna kind of lay it flat. And I'm going in first with the black.
I'm gonna tightline my upper waterline with the same kajal, so just it also makes your eyelashes look thicker and your wing look better. And then she does this step which I really like. So she takes a eyeliner brush and she goes in with the darkest brown shadow. So I'm going to use this one, and she goes over that line. I think that's a really nice way to set your kajal and to soften the wing if you want to do that.
That is literally one of my favorite, most easy hacks to get a perfect wing line. And I love doing it with creams and even shadows because it really also prevents any fallout as well.
When you think of the eyes, I think it looks really nice. And just for a touch of this gold, and just put it in this inner side. I've seen that she has a touch of that. It's the most subtle thing, but it does really open out the eyes and give it a really pretty effect. She goes back in with that brush we used earlier, the concealer brush, and cleans up under the wing, which I think is such a nice step. I'm also going to take a little bit of that medium brown and put that in my lower lid just to make the look cohesive. Now I'm going to go to one of Huda's most famous products, which is the setting powder. I have like a baby version. It's called Baby Bake. How cute is that? And it's in the shade Blondie. How cute is that? I'm going to dust a bit over here, and you can go directly in with the puff. So I'm going to set under my eye because that's where I have the most product, and that's where I like to set, and kind of go around. And you can automatically see how smooth my skin is looking after I have used this. We're going to go back into this when you go to the lips, because the lips are quite a process with Huda, which I love. And I'm going to dust off any excess with a fluffy brush. I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place bronzer.
I could be anywhere, doing anything, seeing anyone, but why are you in my head?
And for highlight, I'm going to go back in with the eyeshadows. So you don't need a million products. You can use what's at your disposal. So I'm going in. And since we use that gold on the inner corner, I'm just going to take a subtle bit. It is a glittery gold. I'm just going to put a little. Don't worry. And just disperse it. Just because I like a little glitter in my life. It isn't really a highlighting kind of product. But why not, right? Why not have a little fun? Now for lips, it's quite an interesting process with Huda. So she takes a dark brown, or at least for her slightly darker brown lip liner, and then fills that in with a slightly lighter one, and then fills in her, I mean, it's a whole thing. I'll show it to you. Now, I can't find my rich brown. I was obsessed with my rich brown, and it's like breaking my heart that I can't find it. So I'm going to be using another new product for me. I'm going to be using warm brown. She uses pinky brown, but for me, I think I need like a darker brown. So warm brown it is. These are really good lip liners. They're like fantastic. So brand new. I'm going to go in and start lining my lips.
No second guess, every second thought where the setup is.
Would also suggest always to scrub your lips before going in for putting any lipstick. I suggest that too. And as a rule of thumb, have moisturized lips.
How your name gets involved, but I'd rather be with.
So I'm taking my time to get the perfect cupid's bow.
Would rather be with
So I have lined my lips.
I'm going to use an art brush. This is a really flat, very cheap art brush. I'm going to go in and I'm going to line around my lips, only where I need it to be really sharp and clean. I'm not going to bake with Easy Bake, so this is going to seal my lip liner as well as all the lines around my lips.
Now I'm going to use one of her favorite liquid lipsticks. You can hear from Huda itself.
Bombshell has been one of my favorite shades for the longest time.
I'm waiting to try this. I'm also a big trendsetter girl, but I wanted to do something a little pinky. So I'm finally going to be using Huda Beauty's Bombshell. It's like a peachy pink, which I love, and there's also warm tones to it. And like she said, it's really liquidy, but it lasts forever. So I'm just going to apply it.
I'm going to just apply the formula just as is. You can see it's got a really kind of light texture. It almost feels like watery based, but it's not. It's like oil based. It has a very light, smooth texture. And you can see I barely applied any, and it feels incredible. It feels so good. And you have this little slight bit of luminosity that will slowly start to set.
Now I'm going to wait for this to fully dry to give you that matte effect. And it's really bright pink on me. So I am going to kind of add a little bit of colors to make it the color that I want. Now I do have Trendsetter because I love Trendsetter. And I also have the Demi Matte in CEO. It's another favorite of mine. I'm going to go in with the Demi Matte just to give a little bit of gloss and also that brown.
I've been everywhere.
So I kind of like how this is looking. I'm going to wait for this to dry down. And then I remember the most important thing. I've like totally forgotten. I forgot to put mascara. So this Huda Beauty product Legit Lashes is so nice. Because on one side you have a volumizing side and on the other you have curl and length. I know I want volume, so I am going to put the volume side on right now. Can't believe I almost forgot. Mascara, I mean that is so funny.
Doing everything, seeing everyone, still stuck in my head.
Yes, now I feel like it's a Huda look. So I'm gonna finish up getting ready and come right back. So this is my final look using all Huda Beauty products and kind of harkening back to her old glam days. I don't know what you guys think, but I really like how this has turned out. I do feel like the Huda of yore. What do you guys think? Comment down below if you think I look like old Huda. And if you like the whole Huda or the new Huda, what's your vibe? And hi Huda, if you're watching this video, add me to your PR list.
Do I gotta do to get over you? 'Cause I'm not over you. It's a stupid